The HE grenade, no upgraded pistols. There are options to go very fast towards the upper bomb site. You can go towards ramp as well. We'll see which option they go for. The nade to me suggests they're going to be nading out the squeaky door and smoking in front of it, and they're trying to do a vent dive, something like that. We'll see what comes through. There's the nade and the smoke.
Just to watch out door. Blown out by the nade so they can try and get quick access. Smoke down inside of it as well means that they could vent dive, but Nico's pushed back and Kerrigan's made contact with Oscar. Outside wrap still a factor if they get toward main entrance, but Chris shut down immediately. Only the one kill on Rain, and Faze start off 1-0.
Dominant performance there from Faze. Didn't really have to break a sweat. 2 kills for Nico, 2 for Rain. Guardian to finish things off. You could see what Mouse are up to there. As predicted, the smoke, the HE combo towards the squeaky door. Trying to get out towards up over that sort of split towards outside as well. Didn't really work out for them in the USPs. Paying dividends there as we go into round number 2. No bomb was planted for Mouse, so we would assume it would be a force buy here. It is indeed focusing on the Desert Eagles. A couple of CZs and Chris J with Tech 9. 1 smoke, a couple of flashbangs. I don't see this round really equating to too much, but we'll see whether they can find a few kills. Maybe a bomb plant. As they start to set up right now, it's going to be Sunny to take a nade to the face, but he's got a deagle in hand, and that can do a lot of damage towards outside.
Trying to fire through the thin garage door, catch anyone off inside of Enix. Stico's gone above. His deagle does make contact. His brain is twice, in fact. Both on the shoulder, I would guess. Not near the head. Not near enough, at least. So 26 HP left for Rain. Kerrigan to wait. Knowing the door's been open. The UMP in hand. Does have support inside of the site above as well with Nico. He's going to contest toward ramp found by Olaf. So Deagle's attempting to get long picks shut down early.
Yeah, you need that really early opening pick towards outside. If you get that first 1D, you have the snowball effect. 5 on 3 now, it really doesn't look it's going to be a successful round for Mouse at all. They'll go in towards upper together, hopefully get a trade. 1-2 kills is about as good as it'll get at this stage. 45 seconds remaining. Kerrigan, you can hear them all coming in. Nico to spray them down. Easy does it, bomb down. Chris J was the one flashing them into the roofs, and it'll be a clean sweep for Faze. They certainly are the favorites here, and they put their best foot forward in the first couple of rounds. It should be a 3-0 coming up. The full eco for Mouse Sports expected here. Maybe some PG-50s and an upper rush. Just get it over with, Matt. We'll see whether they can just find a kill or 2. Hasn't really looked too good so far. 1 kill for Oscar, 1 for Chris J. Faze don't really have to break a sweat here. They focus heavily on the rifles with 3 FAMASes, 1 M4, and a Kerrigan with the UMP. So they're in very good stead to get off to a great start here on Nuke. Upper rush, get in there.
Could be. Just get it over with. Keep all the default pistols. Kerrigan drops down. Nico's already ready. He's got a number to shoot up. Just want to get the bomb plant. The fact that they actually trade off of him is beneficial because Chris, I was going to say, is the one with the bomb to get below, but he's met by Guardian. 3-0 start. We get to guns. No bomb plants in any of those.
Yes.
Means they're just shy of what they would need for the AWP if they wanted to bring that out early.
Doesn't look like there'll be any sort of warp on the Mouse side. 5 AK-47s for them. Not a huge deal. You don't need AWP or any map in CS, especially not Nuke. 5 AK is absolutely fine. It's all about coordination, pincering from outside and focusing on the upper or lower bomb site. That's what you'll see most teams head towards at the very start, the point of wall of smokes, like you're seeing right now. They'll be thrown every single round, regardless if they're going to be using them or not, as in, without be pushing one player down there. Rain knows what's coming, can hear footsteps around him, and he's trying to be the saboteur here. Push through the smoke and potentially take someone down. There is a gap in that smoke map. It's not ideal, but Guardian, we pointed out in the analysis section that he can use the nest position to try and find early picks.
This is such an awkward situation because Rain, by design, threw that smoke short side of red box to push up, and Guardian didn't have an angle to cover the gap, so they actually snuck a player by. And as Rain was just waiting for it to fall into his place, he actually had the timing, unfortunately, nothing to do with his fault, slightly off. He's traded out immediately, so only gets 1. And they give up secret in doing it. This is okay for Mouse Sports. I'm still in possession for Chris. Has gone back toward T-spawn. He'll wait for Sunny and Oscar to make space.
Problem is now, Map, we've got 1 flashbang, no smokes, nothing really on the T side. They've got a bit of map control towards Secret, but they haven't made their way fully towards those. The Oscar at the very front of the pack here, looking for any sort of picks. Luckily, they have got time on their side, but Nico, such a strong position here, looking for anyone going towards the decon room. It will be holding back and letting them get towards window.
Yeah, this is interesting. He's sitting all the way back, which means they're not expecting it. Oh, Oscar. Picks up Chris's tweet, takes down Nico pretty quick. He's gotten toward the vent as well. Finds Kerrigan dropping in. The kill on Nico really opens up the map for them because Sunny's got Olaf. It's down to just Guardian. This round goes to Mouse Sports inevitably at this point in time. Guardian does at least get Oscar back, but they'll know he's quite far away from the lower bomb site, so bomb to be planted. Oof. Chris just barely got down there, I will say. That
was with the bomb. If Guardian finds that kill, that was about to get very difficult for Mouse Sports. But they should almost certainly win the round now. It's Oscar, as everyone's been saying. He is arguably the best player in Mouse Sports, and he's getting up there in terms of notoriety in the CSGO scene. He's not just an AWP, he's very proficient in the rifles as well, as you just saw. Gets down towards lower, rails Nico, managed to get in the vent as well, and actually run away with the round single-handedly there. So 3 players surviving from Mouse Sports. They post their first round on the board here. Guardian will save the AWP. There's plenty of money on the CT Forces though, so don't worry about that. They'll have a full gun round going to the next one. Technically a bonus round with the FAMASs and stuff. We'll have M4s going to the next round. And I'm sure Guardian will survive here. Maybe not, though. Great shot from Rops.
Definitely not going to get far enough forward to get the AWP, unfortunately, for Rops. But either way, they'll take it because they win the first gun round. They do it cleanly by getting everyone down on the Faze side, so they won't be able to buy in quite as heavily. There is money left, obviously, coming out from 3 straight rounds, but I take it back because Olaf does just have enough to get the op and throw it to Guardian, so stronger than I would have expected.
Really wanted to save that AWP. Guardian looking all the way there towards the entrance of T-Spawn. Could have just hidden the corner right around there. He wouldn't have been taken down. He wanted to find a pick. And it will be 3-1, but still a buy available. Not the best for the CT Forces with that dropped AWP, but then Nade will take down the squeaky door now. Good nade though from the CTs. It's going to be Robso to open things up. That's the AWP going down.
Shot Oscar already to take over the stairs. Sunny's caught off Rain's angle, but I can't get the kill on him. Rain actually wins out against Sticko and manages to fall away. Took too much damage in the first exchange.
This is the tactic that they broke down on the deaths. The 2 smokes used outside, pushing towards the garage. Smoke on the catwalk, blocking all the vision for the AWPers, and it's up to Sunny to trade frags. They have the man advantage right now. Kerrigan, Nico, and Olaf Meister positioned pretty far back. You see Olaf there beneath the nest right now. Towards ramp 1 in the upper bomb side. So wants to play here from Mouse Sports. It's waiting for a mistake to be made for a CT to hunt for information. Olaf Meister looks towards outside, but doesn't spot anything. He'll actually fall back and help out towards the ramp from here.
Oscar with some vent control to work with, and Olaf rotating down on the opposing side to the vent itself. That's all for naught, because if he rotates down and Oscar holds off and gets the information, they've gone back upper with the bomb, so good play so far from Mouse Sports on the T side. 2 consecutive bomb plants once they get the guns up and they hold the angles. They're definitely getting map control. To me, the most important thing still is to cause rotations and movement from the CTs on Nuke, and they're definitely getting that from them.
Yeah, great tactics, good smokes used every single time, and this going in with that brutal aim that Mouse Sports certainly have. 3-2 has to be an eco now for Faze. I can see the pistols being purchased. Kerrigan with CZ, Deagle for Nico. It's very difficult to make these rounds really work on the CT side. We'll see whether they can maybe find a couple of kills here. Chris J reading the situation well. The in-game leader purchases the MAC-10. Knowing they won't have armor going into round number 6 here, he can mow them down, be thrown into a bomb site first, and look out for a stack. So we'll see whether he can open things up here, so look out for him. Oscar towards the ramp from the AWP now. Can't find the first shot. Takes a lot of damage there, down to 37. Good player to inflict that. Wallbang attempt there towards the hut and squeaky door. But they'll just hold up right now. They'll try and get some basic map control. Ramp's a good position to go towards. As Chris J will deploy this smoke, like I said, throw him in first. See if there is a stack who can find the opening pick. If he does go down, it's not a massive problem. The MAC-10 pretty useless against armored opponents, and we see him go in now. They'll spot 1, but now they have got full control of the ramp room.
Chris almost baited into chasing, does get Olaf down. No one else directly in his path, at least toward the vents. They are pursuing the position of Chris, though, so control and decontamination occupied. And Chris is well aware of the fact that they're looking for him. They'll continue on. You're right, the MAC-10 certainly can do work, but Oscar's gone down to Kerrigan. Nico to follow with a kill onto Chris J, and it becomes interesting because even though they haven't picked up any weapons, aside from Rain, I guess, suppose, on the MAC-10, if you want to call it that, without armor, they've certainly made these T's uncomfortable and forced them into the lower site where they're waiting. Crossfire's established, but Guardian can't do anything against Rocks. He'll be babysat while he plants the bomb. 16 HP. No one will be able to find the angle. Good kill from Sticko to get out Kerrigan. Should be able to control this. Just Nico remaining though. Low HP on 2. That Teagle becomes a menace.
Yeah, you say just Nico, but he certainly can do some work with that upgraded pistol. A few kills coming in favor of Faze, but overall quite comfortable for Mouz Sports. After going down 0-3, they find 3 rounds in a row and tie things up. No warp available for Guardian. This is definitely a difficult buy for Faze Clan. They'll have M4s across the board. 4 players have all helmets, and that won't be a massive issue considering that Mac 10's gone away now. 1 defuse kit available on Karrigan, a lack of utility as Mouz Sports will start to dictate the pace of the game now. They can keep dropping those outside smokes and can start showing variations of that strategy. The same smokes can be used to go fast down secret instead of splitting towards upper bomb site. As they start to deploy them once again, wait out for the smoke towards Catwalk. Oscar now, the AWP suggests they might slow things down. And you can see a complete different variation. Same smokes being used, the same player going towards outside, but the rest of his teammates towards lobby. This is a different tactic, probably going towards the ramp room and trying to get towards that lower bomb site now.
Yeah, if they can split from either side. Especially if they can force by getting the single player towards secret. Sunny, if he could force the... Oh, that nade, 7 HP. If he could force the second rotation off of the ramp is essentially where I was going with this. It'll easily create space for Rops to try and sneak in. Guardian up close, though. Scared. Firing in there, finding his teammate being Chris J. It's Karrigan inside of the site. Stico's rotated around others. They've gotten some control. Nico, rafters. They'll at least know that he's there, and Chris tries to trade off of it. Better position, apparently, for Nico as he looks down on the M4.
Well, the lower split has been foiled as Faze Clan find a few kills there. Nico starting to step up with the M4A4. Mouz Sports still have 40 seconds remaining. No smokes, though. They've got the Molotovs. They have to go for as clean kills here as Rops faces towards the vent. You can see there's not shot out, but he knows there's going to be some sort of lower presence here from the CTs. It has to work out where.
Inching their way in. Quick check behind dark box, perhaps. Overlook it instead. I like to go directly to the plant, but that's where Olaf's waiting. Check everywhere except the door where he is, and that's going to take the bomb down. 10 seconds for Rops. Good kill to Olaf. He should allow the bomb plant. He's got to stick it. They're going to try and rush it down 2 versus 1 and get on him as soon as it goes down, so they'll concede the plant. But they'll pick up the 4th round on the Faze side.
They kept Faze very modest there, though. The bomb going down gives Mouz Sports an extra $800. They managed to get 3 kills in total. That was a very difficult situation, so well played to Rops to even get that plant in. Good use of the Molotov there, denied Olaf Meister a chance to take him down. But Nico starting to get warmed up now, showing us what he's capable of with the M4A4. Finishes the round off as well with the AK-47. Nice stuff as Faze final one back. Remember, though, that was an expensive round still. Losing 3 kills and only the first stage loss bonus now, they'll have to guarantee themselves to win this round. As you can see, investing every dollar they've got. Lose this is double eco territory. Mouz Sports, they definitely have a full buy here. The all-power for Oscar once again, 4 AKs and a full array of utility as well. I'm sure they'll go back towards those outside smokes, maybe just go with the classic version of it with Oscar picking outside first behind this red box. Up against Guardian. This will be an amazing matchup, let me tell you. 2 of the world's best AWPers going at it right now.
Rain in the garage, not willing to extend beyond and potentially give himself up to an angle that Oscar holds. Sticko's going to get above and make sure he's not pushed up to red this time either. All for position. Guardian to anchor at ramp with Olaf playing from Speedway. Essentially in the rotation position because he'll be able to cover off outside should Rain need the help as well. Later and later, they still manage to get the smokes down and get towards secret, but this time with a minute.
Attempting the lower split again, but Guardian changes up his position. He doesn't look like he's happy with one. Taking out Chris J, he wants a second bite of the cherry here. Gets blind, and that's a good choice. Fall back, get a defensive position now. You've found the advantage. No reason to give up the AWP.
This could be a good answer to it, though, however, because if they continue to push to Speedway, Rops is in position. Olaf's already rotated out, knowing that Sunny's gone by Rain. Problem is that Rops doesn't have anyone with him. They doubled down and perhaps Oscar pushed all the way through. They could have gone for a heaven take. They're relying on Rops to do this alone. He's gotten to the ladder. If he takes this, they're going to explode through hut. Karrigan has to be ready for it. He's looked away. Sunny's made movement. Sunny's made movement, and that gives Rops the answer. Oh! He's going in, and he's found Nico as well. That is so well done.
Rops just eviscerates 2 opponents at the top of the ladder, and that's going to be it. Round over. The positional control was just stellar there. Fantastic stuff from Mouz Sports. Sneaking in beneath the ladder, they had no idea. Carrigan kind of sensed it, was looking for about 5 seconds. The moment he looks away, of course, Robs flies up there. They have no information. Look at this timing. Carrigan, just as he moves away, out he comes, 180 to find Nico in his classic position above the hut as well. That's beautiful stuff from Robs, and a key round for Mouz Sports. He's just completely disrupted the Faze defense now. They've got no money, no weaponry to bring into round number 9. That's huge.
Nico's kryptonite as well. They mentioned it. Statistically, playing against Mouz Sports, he's slightly less than what he normally achieves, so I think it was about a 5-point less rating in games against his former squad. Not that he played with all of these guys. Did play with Oscar temporarily in the first stint that he had on Mouz Sports, but Chris J certainly knows him well. He leads the way, however, this time, 11 kills. A timeout called, naturally. Of the gun rounds at this point, Faze has 1, Mouz has 4.
Now bear in mind, this is a CT-sided map, and Mouz Sports losing the pistol to tie things up a 4-4, forcing Faze into a potential double eco situation here. This is very promising now for the T side. They have come here to play today. It's all going to plan. The tactics are looking on point, the fragging's there. They're going up against Faze, arguably the world's best team as Olaf Meister pushes towards ramp. He manages to be taken down. Oscar with 2 kills there. This completely opens up the round with the AWP there.
Most kills in the event so far for Oscar. They have played more games than some of their opposition.
Went the full distance in the round of 16.
Chris will work in. Guardian again wants to play slightly closer. Smoke off the headshot position, but still the railing exists. Goes for it. The smoke on one angle. Rops knows exactly where the other one is, so pre-aims and puts down Guardian quickly. Just Nico and Rain, and we're about to go into a situation where Mouz Sports takes the lead. They've done so well, tactically, methodically, taking over map control. Anticipating the CT's movements time and time again. They'll get the bomb plant down, just Nico remaining.
Nothing he can do with this one, I'm afraid. He's got the body armor and the Desert Eagle. He'll be lucky if he finds 1 kill here. Spots Sunny. Can't quite find the shot, though. A clean sweep for Mouz Sports. As I mentioned, it's a probable double eco here for Faze, so they won't be buying up into this round, I don't think. They'll be bringing PD50s, CZs once again, so another free run for Mouz Sports here. It was Oscar to find 2 kills towards the lobby at the very start. Very confident stuff. Have a look at the scoreboard while we're here. There's Nico. You'd assume he's near the top. He is indeed. 11 kills, 6 deaths. Second place, Rain, 8 for 7. The bottom is Carrigan, 1 and 7. Top for Mouz Sports, Rops, of course, with the plays he's been making, that's no surprise. 10 for 4, Sunny 8, Oscar 6. Those are the players you want at the very top of the scoreboard, Matt. That's how it should be operating. Looking very good for Mouz Sports so far.
Carrigan's the second player playing upstairs as well with Nico, by the way, so interesting to note. One's been having a great success and one's been struggling, and they've certainly lost the site a few times. Oscar turning around, realizing that they were rushing out from radio room, does get caught off. Couldn't hit the op shot, but it won't matter. It's all for naught. Just pistols. Bomb already down. Olaf 1 versus 4. Try and do the best he can to force some reinvestment, force some guns down, maybe even pick one up for his own sake. Best case scenario at this point in time. There's the flames bursting as a way to mask his sound. Try and sneak in. You know, Stico's still up close. Reload done, though, so he can't capitalize on that. Hear the op up close, too, though. If he can bait a shot from it, it'd be lovely to try and get the op. He's going to go ahead and get an AK instead.
That's not too bad, considering it was pretty much a full eco there. Faze pushing towards the lobby area. They find 1 kill in the form of Oscar. And luckily, they can't find the AWP, but they do manage to find an AK-47. You can't buy it on the CT side, so that still is beneficial. Players towards the ramp room should be using that. It means it's an angle you can hold on those hand railings and try and find the 1-bullet headshots there. And that's what we're looking for, and I'm sure it will be thrown over to a player like that.
You could actually tell there was some hints in what Olaf was trying to do. He actually wasn't looking for kills at all because he checked to see if Squeaky was open. That way he knew if someone was pushing him, he'd get the sound cue, and then just focused on what was going on with the clicking scope inside of HUD. He simply just wanted to sneak in and try and get the gun. They knew it went down in that position. So he does achieve that.
So indeed, Olaf Meister playing the ramp room with the AK-47. Perfect, he'll be joined by Rain at the very start. But Oscar!
Oh, no.
He misses a sitter there! He rushes out the hut! And back and forth frags come in. I will give the advantage towards Mouz Sports as Sunny chimes in as well, taking down the orb. That was a guaranteed kill for Oscar, but it might not matter. Olaf Meister rotating in. The bomb is planted. This is so chaotic. You don't see this too often on Nuke. And leaving Sunny in a 2 versus 1. But both CD players are very low HP indeed.
Doable for Sunny. Nades toward Hut preemptively. They don't know that he's there. He's going to try and sneak in. Didn't spot Olaf on the edge of the smokes. Will this time. It's tagged to 41, or excuse me, to 66, but Rain's on 41, so he can actually still do this. He's tapped the bomb. He doesn't quite have the angle for the plant. Window becomes a possibility. Rain reads that. So does Sunny, just in the nick of time. He's just got to play exactly that.
Kits.
10 seconds. Sunny doesn't know that he's still on it. Rain gets off it thinking that he's going to be peeking, goes back in, and Sunny's got him down. And call it recovery because Oscar went in so aggressively with the off, but I'm still not sure how he missed.
It looked like he was dead on him. For his sort of standards, you'd expect that would be at a deadlock, but they still win the round. No harm, no foul, Matt. If they lose that round, he'd probably have a bit of a red face, but overall, an aggressive push out of the AWP, can catch players off guard. In he goes, finds the opening kill, or lack thereof, but his teammates get the trades, and it comes down to a 2 versus 1. Sunny there, cool as you like, manages to find the first low HP player, and you can see what a nightmare that was for Rain. Trying to fake out the bomb with the fake defusers there, but overall, no kid. That was always going to be such a nightmare. Sunny did not take the bait, and it will be 7-4 and another eco here for Faze. We'll call this one a partial buy with the scout, the CZ. There's a bit of body armor there, no nades, but this is looking very, very promising for Mouse Sports now.
Yep.
This is what they need to win this map. Winning out some big clutches like that, trading out frags effectively, sticking to their game plan with those defaults, with the smokes outside, the variations, the fakes, the pincer plays. It's all coming in together quite nicely, I have to say.
Yeah, beautiful trades upper as well. Oscar may not go so fast this time.
It's the same play with Chris J and the Mac 10. So they'll try and choose the area they want to control. It could be the same smokes towards outside, get the Mac 10 down there. Could go back towards ramp like they did before, throw Chris J in with a flashbang, but he has got Olaf Meister waiting for him with the scout. Now, it's not as powerful as the AWP. It does require a headshot for a one-shot kill. And in this sort of angle, he might get the chance to show us of his capabilities as his teammate starts to push in.
Good shot out from Rain. Gets... Oh, he might get away from it. Just thought he was past the edge of the doorway, but the angle still existed, and Sunny just trades it back. Doesn't exactly do it at no cost, though. He's down to 29. Olaf's thinking he might get a chance at that. A sniff with a close angle. Oscar also is close. Looks to the back box. That's going to give Olaf easy shot on him. Pulls the scout. And if they pursue, they could have problems. Nade's going to go through. Olaf gets forward. Another tag. He's single-handedly pulling it because he's got Sunny as well. And look at the amount of damage he's inflicted. Just Sticko and Rops remain.
Brilliant from Olaf Meister. You'd think he'd fall back there, but he knows he has to work hard, find a few more tags, and he's done significant damage to Mouse Sports now. 3-on-2. Rops 27 HP. Sticko just beneath 60. They have got 30 seconds. Time ticking away, though. I think CTs might have done this, you know.
Back toward the upper site instead. The Eagles certainly sufficient against the HP. Nico, as you said, the only spot it seems to know. Sticko as well, low HP. Rops goes down, just Sticko, 18 HP. 7 seconds, and he's tripping over the edge of the site. You used to be able to plant up there. They're going to deny that altogether.
Bit of a lifeline now for FaZe. It's Olaf Meister that finds it. The scout in hand, so much damage inflicted. I have to say, this is where we're starting to see some sloppy plays from Mouse Sports there. The fact Oscar's going towards the ramp room and no trade potential there, this is a nightmare. So Olaf Meister, sure, he might get this frag, but where is the backup? Why are they letting that AWP go down with no one there to trade the frag whatsoever? You've got time. You don't have to have 3 people watching the lobby. The fact that Oscar can go down about an instant trade is a real misplay there from Mouse Sports, I have to say. But going into round number 13, still plenty of money available on either side. FaZe Clan just winning. And Eco, of course, it's going to be Oscar going for the aggressive pick once again. He pushes through the flames. Can he hit the shot this time? Oh. Yes, he can! As his teammate steps up with him. It's going to be a clean sweep towards the upper bomb side. Just Guardian, who can't do anything about this, but maybe he can as he looks towards main entrance. Finds Rops, but finding himself in a 3 versus 1 now.
You got to love the confidence to go for that play again as well with an AWP through Hut. He nearly found Guardian right away as well because there was still 3 upper. He didn't realize it. He looked away too soon when the second one was called as down. He's trying to get away at this point, just buy himself some space. Shoulder bait because they're trying as well. Spotted on the mini-map. The sneaky player underneath. The fact that he's isolated this down to Sticko inside of the site. Not gonna matter. His best efforts were to try and get to Hut at that point in time. 8-5, and Mouse Sports, we talked about Gambit's T-side. This is equally as good.
Yeah, excellent work. Nice change of pace there. They're dictating where this game is going. They've got the defaults, the fakes, the upper rushes, and as soon as Oscar has that spawn, you know he's taking it. pushing through the flames like a raging bull and finding the first shot. Didn't do it the first time around, but he certainly nailed that one. And it is going to be, I think, a full force buy from Faze. Yeah, they certainly need to post some rounds here. So CZ, they do have the AWP on Guardian, of course, saved in the previous round, and the M4 of Nico. So we'll see whether Oscar can find the first pick once again. Rob certainly can, takes down Nico. There's the M4 they had, that needs to be recovered. 5 on 4, Rob's down to 12 HP.
Shot from Guardian, slow peek. He had the op carried over, or excuse me, wouldn't have expected it at all, excuse me, because that was bought up. He went down last round, so catches them off. That certainly does. Good shot toward Oscar. Getting desperate when you buy a single op, but Guardian up to the task. Olaf can do it with a scout. He thinks he can certainly do it with the AWP. Oh, I think he did. Okay. I was going to say, I think he just spotted the edge of him. He's a bit slow to react. Down to 8 HP. That's going to put a lot of pressure on him to hit the shot. Chris takes care of it. Ups on 12. Molotov means that Olaf won't be able to get an angle as they walk to upper. Rain just picked up an AK. Chris has no idea that he's there, and he's got this absolutely! As Rain gets 3, Rops had no fight left with low HP. So a tactical buy of the op, shall we say, for Guardian.
Absolutely. Pays off, doesn't it? Finds 2 great kills there. Damage inflicted across the board. And Rain finally showing us that he is turning up to this quarterfinal as well. Faze can find another lifeline there. Remember, they've won 2 ecos now. One with the CZs and the Scout. Now one with the AWP and the same lesser weaponry. So well played to Faze to keep the dream alive. It was looking pretty grim at one point. They find enough to have weaponry here for round number 15. The last round of the first half. Rain with the AK-47. We talked about that play, having the more aggression with the CT side when you pick up the AK. There will be a chance now to take down Mouse Sports, going back to that outside execution once again with the smokes. 4 players head towards that area. It's just Rops who holds the lobby right now.
Interesting efforts by Rain to put a Molotov down, to slow them after they put the smoke out. Haven't seen anyone go for the denial Molotov in a long time. Shocks did that a few times. I think a couple people have.
Yeah.
You get it outside early, so it immediately ruins the bounce of the smoke. Nico's going to play dark. That gives them a chance in this as well, because immediately after the plant, Chris has to go right or left. Only 2 ways he can go. It's it wrong. Anticipating. Doesn't get the kill. Not low, however. Strengthen the retake. That won't. Sunny getting Rain down immediately. Brings us level, and Kerrigan forced out by a Molotov, buys a lot of space. On top of it, Sunny, he's found Nico and Olaf, who goes back in. Kerrigan knows he has to go. He jumps through the hot flames. And unfortunately, there's not further. Oh, I take it back against what I was just saying. There's not much further to go. He does still get taken down. 9-6 Mouse Sports. 1 gun round for Faze, and that was a defusal. That's how dominant this half really was for Mouse Sports.
Yeah, absolutely. They win the pistol and get the 3-0 in favor of Faze. But overall, that was a Mouse Sports half. I have to say, they look like the better team. Everything was on point there. They made a couple of mistakes against the pistols, sure, but overall the rifle round's very good. The calling was great. Good variation of strategy. Really enjoyed that from Mouse Sports. They certainly set the tone now, and it's a challenge for Faze as they switch over to the T side as well. We'll have a look at their buys as they start to come through. 3 sets of armor. It will be Kerrigan. It's usually the in-game leaders that carry the utility. We'll have the smoke, flashbang, HE grenade, Guardian. Oh my lord, he's got the Desert Eagle map on Nuke. You assume he goes towards outside. But that is audacious buy. The 1-shot kill weapon. Very difficult to handle in a pistol round. It's a very specialist purchase.
Interesting that Guardian's the one to do it as well. We used to see Nico run this tactic. Most commonly, I think he ran it when he was in Mouse Sports, interestingly enough, so.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll take the 2 minutes that's allocated at halftime. Get back underway. The vote just occurred to do so. So 9-6, swap it over. Mouse Sports could steal away map 1. Remember, it was 16-14 last time these 2 teams played a grand final.
Okay, round by round, let's go.
On this map. Off spent a little more, aside from the 1 round with the scout, but a little more quiet in this game as well. Keep in mind, he's only got 7 kills, which is not a whole lot for a man of his caliber.
Get into the second half. Here we go then, Forces of Armor on the CT side as Olaf Meister to head towards ramp, and as we said, Guardian with that Desert Eagle outside, trying to find the opening kills here. It's a very tall order, and we'll manage to inflict a little bit of damage there, but no headshots coming in just yet. Sunny will strike first and take him down.
Kerrigan to back off from the doorway, smoke out, can't make the jump toward the vent, so with that, he's got to leave his team to fight for themselves. He's going to have to lurk down late. Bomb is planted. Rain, he'll hold the control stairs, but he knows they're all working together. He can hear multiple sets of feet trampling toward the decontamination room. So Kerrigan above. He's worked his way down toward the vent. He goes inside of the toxic doorway. Olaf's got right side to peek with him. He'll go. Nico gets one back. Rain finds another. Olaf went down, but that was fine because he took away the aggro and allowed Nico the position. A jostle over the door. After you, no, I insist, after me. And Nico will take down the final kill. Faze with both pistols are bringing themselves back into this at 9-7.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun there with the squeaky door being used. Chris J trying to push his way through. A full defuse attempt there on the lower bomb site. Almost successful. We see Nico panicking a little bit there. The silenced USP. If you don't find the kill in the first 5 bullets or so, can be a little bit scary for him. But he does manage to take it down, holding towards that toxic room. The lower plant successful there after losing the first pick. Faze now winning both pistols, map. And we'll see almost certainly a force buy from our sports with 5-7s, Deagles, and a scout for Chris J. We'll see if he can open things up here. Olaf Meister certainly with some great form with this particular weapon in the first half. We'll see if he can deliver it once again.
Be held passive, expectedly. Rifles brought up. Rain hasn't exactly gone aggressive as of yet. He's actually the one holding the bomb.
This looks like another execution. You see the Molotovs deployed for on top of the hut. Maybe just above that as well. Completely flush out the CTs.
Oscar's lucky he decided to go down the vent when he did. But down they'll go. Rain to lead. Rain, remember, did have the bomb temporarily. Guardian. Kill back immediately. I'll try and control Heaven with some nades. Smoke as well. Guardian picks it up on the way by, and he'll go for the immediate plant. Olaf just has to watch backside for him. Oscar still with a slight angle, but Nico reads that perfectly. And they'll re-smoke off main entrance, even though it's just Sunny left. Take no chances. Strength and everything. Gonna need the money to go against Mouz the way they've been playing.
Just Sunny remaining. Holding up for any sort of exit frag he can find. If he could get a weapon at the end of the round and survive, that would be great, albeit very unlikely. This is Faze presumably tying things up. It will be a full eco for Mousewards going into the next round. So Sunny just holds up. As Faze can deploying a bit of tactical prowess there. So the Molotovs, the flashbangs come through. Nico with 2 kills. Same story for Olaf Meister. And we'll see if they can take down Sunny here eventually. They'll all exit through the lobby, so he'll get no action here. He'll be able to keep his Deagle for the next round, and indeed his armor as well. He actually purchased a helmet there, so that's actually beneficial for himself. No reason just to throw it away for no reason. Getting closer to tying things up once again. Remember, Faze with both pistols now, converting both of them to 0-3s. So, with that sort of stat, you'd expect him to win the map, but Mousesports, I have to say, have looked like the better squad overall in the gun rounds. So, full eco here. Oscar will purchase the Desert Eagle as well. That's going to make sure his chances of the AWP are almost 0 now. But like we said, you don't need the AWP. It will be Chris J actually on the CT side that might use it more. So watch out for that. They can't actually buy one right now. Unless they get 2 kills somehow with their default weaponry. That's not a bad start. Sunny and Oscar finding headshots of the Deagle.
It's incredible. It's going to slow Olaf down as well. He was thinking about dropping back down to the main entrance, but knew that Oscar was still there and he was suddenly on his own. Nico doesn't have the angle to support that. Good kill to get one back immediately, but this has definitely slowed Faze.
Yeah, absolutely.
Olaf still trying to get angles. They know exactly where he is. Oscar, another find. Kerrigan down. It's just Nico and Olaf left, and Olaf's got to go aggressive. He's fallen off of the main hut. Continues to push. Oscar wants to try and peek it late. Further information. They don't need to take the duel. Chris doesn't need to get caught out in that position either, so he falls back smartly.
I thought this round was a lock-in. The fact they only had 2 Deagles and 3 players on default weaponry. Mousesports should not be winning this round. Olaf Meister doing everything in his power right now to eradicate that risk as he finds yet another headshot. Robs goes down. Now a 2-on-2. It's looking more promising now for Faze. Olaf on 32. 3 kills in total. He'll go towards the lower bomb site. Sticko and Oscar need to read this play.
Not set for it as of yet.
No, Oscar's towards the lobby. Sticko beneath Heaven. So unlikely they win this now unless Oscar can rotate very quickly.
I think Sticko's exactly. If Sticko was trying to watch towards Secret and didn't spot that they actually made it, he still thinks they're router, so Oscar was waiting for that call and he isn't going to get it. They'll know now. They'll hear the Molotov. They might as well go. They don't have a lot of investment. They've already made this awkward. Good job from Olaf to pull this back. More damage done though. He's down to 19. Oscar wants to take advantage of the smoke and the plan happening. Can't find the angle. Nico takes that Stico, and at this point, I think it's all for naught. Great effort, great recovery from Olaf. Honestly, need to go this far to begin with. We just talked about how desperate they were going to be for cash to try and keep this in contention the whole way through the half, no matter what happens. And Oscar tries to just get away at that point in time. They'll at least win out the round on the Faze side, 9-9.
Yeah, well, a little bit too close for comfort there. 2 kills coming in the very start of the round. Mouz Sports set the tone. Deagle shots from Oscar and Sunny. 5-on-3. Recovery mode from Olaf Meister saves the day, though. And indeed, they do find 9-9. But their money is kept very fragile. As we go to round number 19, the game really begins here. As I mentioned, there's done... Oh, Chris J actually buys a scout on the first gun round. I did not expect that. I was about to say, you won't see an AWP going to this one. I didn't think he'd purchased the lesser sniper. So this is only really purchased on ecos or anti-eco rounds. And we'll see whether he can make anything happen here in the first gun. Actually hits Rain, looking to convert it with the HE grenade. I don't think it lands as Rain decides to fall back, but at least he is controlling that area.
That's about as close, I think, as you could possibly be to a headshot without getting one. Just below his chin, that's a headshot. Down goes Guardian. Rops is there as well. They've got the crossfire set bomb. He's dropped forward of the doorway, which means Olaf has to go aggressive just to get it back. He's on 3 HP, and the repeat comes out just as he'd run out of ammunition. So Chris gets the kill on just a pistol. Down to Rain. He's got outside. He's wrapped around. You normally think this would be a brilliant position, but not in these circumstances, I'm afraid.
That was so good from Chris J. Does the damage outside, reads the play towards ramp, finds 2 kills after already inflicting damage. And now he finds the AWP. What a brilliant play that was. I had my doubts, but I take them all back. Rain, yes, pretty much impossible situation for him. Less than a minute. And Chris J with the AWP finds his 3rd kill of the round. The in-game leader stepping up for Mouz Sports there. Phenomenal scenes. His Rops are playing the ramp from so well there. That's how you play it. 1 kill, reposition. Wait for the back of your teammates. He realizes that Chris J's taking all the aggro away from the CT entrance. He gets another chance to strike it there, and they crossfire perfectly. There's ducking and weaving, playing off each other, and the scout hitting absolutely everything.
It's a great angle to play as well. Backside of that railing. It's not common. It's even harder to hit. He did super well to hit the first shot. It's even harder to hit it because you have less timing than when you play it close to the box. But the fact that he had Chris rotating into Speedway, they could play it together as a result. Well executed. Chris now with the AWP picked up and carried over. Launching toward outer has Oscar to watch up close, but they get to him before he's ready. Not anticipating perhaps that they were going to be so quick on the wrap, and that means that Stinko's got to go aggressive toward Hut. He cannot contain them. Self-preservation as it was attack, fight fire with fire, but went down before the wrap even came in behind him. So Rops and Sunny look to do damage at this point in time.
Yeah, not really much they can do with this one. Very fast approach there from Faze. Good smokes outside. Finding the opening kill. Chris J can do nothing about it. His teammate going down a main entrance with no kills. Also had a chance at the lineup, but this is looking like a clean sheet in round number 20 for Faze. Just Sunny remaining now in the vent. No chance of winning. If he had a kit, maybe he could ninja the defuse, but that's not going to be the case here at all. And Olaf Meister, 2 kills in total. Finds the AWP once again. Be handing it off. Sunny probably finds his kill on Rain, I would say. Or maybe not. Great shot. And they will find all 5 kills there. The bomb does explode, and Mouz Sports save absolutely nothing. But it seems like a tactical timeout might be called at this stage. It's going to be Mouz Sports with about $3,500 on average per player. They won't take the timeout. They'll just take the full eco by the looks of things. UMP for Oscar, though. He has spent a lot of money here, Matt. Down to $1,000.
Yeah, now they've got the timeout.
So yeah, now let's take the timeout and work out what the hell we're doing with this one.
That seems interesting that you called it. With the fact that they weren't going with the timeout, I was with you on that one. I was thinking they're totally going to save it and try and carry it over. Chris is in a great position financially, but no one else on the team really is. And you said it. I mean, going, especially Oscar, your primary AWP player, going on to the UMP. That said, Chris does, as you mentioned, play it quite a bit on this map as well.
On the CT side, he will be the main offer, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got the money for it.
Well, this is weird.
It's make or break. I mean, it's still 10-10, remember.
I didn't think they'd purchase into this one, but it looks like they're making the Hail Mary play. UMP for Oscar, Sunny with the M4A4. Like you said, Chris J can certainly buy the AWP. This is, oh, it goes to the scouts again? This guy, he had like 5K. He could have bought the AWP. Sure, no armor, no nades, but the scouts, there's not many players that make that call. He's probably
especially
one of the few
where he's got one
snipers
M4 with him and 3 other SMGs. Let the SMGs pick them apart.
Absolutely. But he opted for the utilities. He only played with the fuse kit, so maybe that's what they were looking for.
It's essentially all in at this point then from Mouz Sports, 10-10. CT side as well. We know how hard it is to recover economy on the defense. Guardian's going to slide all the way up past Red Clay. Oh, the timing of that flash. Muscle memory in the flick was slightly off to begin with. Apparently, it's slightly off again.
Yeah.
2 in a row he's missed on the right side flick.
Yeah, Guardian, there we go. Finally nails the shot, takes down Chris J. That's the scout eradicated. 5 on 4, early pick, so they don't have to overcommit here. Wait for the CTs to react, and they try to get a pick towards Squeaky there. Oscar down to 18 HP, as you can see, towards that upper bomb site. Now things become very problematic